Welcome back to Deep Soul Healing. Today I want to talk about something many people gloss over, the real raw truth about deep soul healing. Because healing isn't just love and light. It's messy, it's uncomfortable, it's looking straight into the mirror of your soul and seeing the wounds, the shadows, and the trauma cycles you've been carrying, sometimes for generations. True healing requires courage. It asks you to face the parts of yourself that you'd rather avoid. The grief, the anger, the shame, the fears, and to transform them into wisdom. This is where astrology, psychology, and spirituality come together. Not as a quick fix, but as tools to guide you into the depths of your healing journey. Psychology shows us that what we don't heal, we repeat. Trauma cycles live in the unconscious. If we don't become aware of them, they run our relationships, our decisions, and even our sense of self. The inner child carries unmet needs and early wounds. If unhealed, we look for love in the same painful patterns. Our shadow holds the parts of ourselves we've disowned, our anger, our sensuality, our needs. These hidden pieces leak out as projections, conflict, or self-sabotage. And the trauma cycle repeats until we break it. That means being brutally honest with ourselves. What am I avoiding? What pain am I numbing? Where am I still living in survival instead of creation? Healing at this level is ugly because it requires you to stop blaming others, stop bypassing, and own your own patterns. But the moment you own them, you have power to change them. Astrology brings another layer. It doesn't excuse the wound, but it shows the bigger picture of why your soul chose this journey. Chiron, the wounded healer, your deepest wound is also where your greatest wisdom will emerge. But first, it will hurt. That wound will echo in your life until you decide to work with it instead of against it. Saturn, the taskmaster. Wherever Saturn sits in your chart, life will test you. It will feel like pressure, limitation, and heaviness. But Saturn is shaping your discipline, your strength, and your ability to hold steady in your purpose. The moon, your emotional cycles. Often, the moon reveals where we keep repeating the same patterns in search of comfort and safety. Healing here means learning to self-soothe and nurture yourself instead of unconsciously reacting. Astrology doesn't remove the pain, it gives it meaning. It says, this wound is not random. This lesson is part of your soul's curriculum. Now let's talk spirituality. The ugly truth is, awakening rarely comes through comfort. It often comes through collapse, through the divorce, the betrayal, the breakdown, the dark night of the soul. These moments strip away your illusions and force you to meet yourself in raw truth. Spirituality isn't about escaping pain. It's about letting pain initiate you. Every heartbreak cracks your heart open wider to compassion. Every betrayal forces you to anchor into self-trust. Every failure burns away ego so you can step into humility and authenticity. This is soul alchemy, turning pain into power, wounds into wisdom, endings into beginnings. So how do we use this raw, messy healing for growth? For starters, you can face the wound without sugarcoating it. Journal honestly. What am I avoiding? What keeps repeating in my life? What do I blame others for that I need to own? Work with your chart. Study your moon, Saturn, and Chiron. Ask, what lesson is this placement forcing me to face? What's the medicine hidden inside the wound? And let spirituality ground you. Instead of bypassing pain with positivity, ask, what is this moment trying to teach me? How is this a sacred initiation into my higher self? And then embodiment. Healing doesn't stick if it stays in the mind. Practice presence in your daily life. Pause before reacting. Breathe into triggers. and choose conscious responses. Every moment is practice. The truth about deep soul healing is that it's not pretty, it's not instant, and it will break you open before it rebuilds you. But that's the point. Your soul didn't come here to play small. Astrology gives you the map, psychology shows you the wound, and spirituality gives you the initiation. Together, they lead you into wholeness. So if you're in the mess, if you're in the pain, or if you're in the cycle, don't turn away. This is where the gold is. This is where your soul is calling you to grow. You don't heal by avoiding the ugly truth. You heal by facing it and transmuting it into your deepest power.